Welcome, I'm Kinndli. Let's begin at the top of our mats today. We're going to flow for about 10 minutes and then we are going to meditate. So come up to the top of your mat. Take a big breath in, reach up. Exhale, fold over your legs with a bend in your knees. Lift up halfway, slight bend in your knees, and lengthen your spine forward. Fold to your legs, breathe out. Sweep up again, use a flat back to rise up. Forward fold as you exhale. We'll do that again, halfway lift. Bow down, exhale. Rise all the way up, breathe in. Fold forward, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Pull your belly up and in. And then step back, plant your hands all the way back to plank pose, breathe out. Just stay here for a moment and feel the strength in your body start to build, and shift your weight slightly forward and back. Without lifting your bum, keep your bum tucked under. Shift your weight forward and back. Now as you press your heels back, engage your legs really strong. Push away the floor. Now look forward, shift forward intentionally, and lower to chaturanga, breathe out. Upward facing dog, roll over to your pointed feet, lift up, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, lift your hips and heels. Breathe out, bend your knees. Walk your feet up to the top. Make your feet parallel, halfway lift, inhale. Fold to your legs with a soft bend. Rise all the way up, breathe in. Bow back down, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, step back to high plank. This time, exhale right down. Upward dog, breathe in. Downward dog, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. And in down dog, you want to make your body an inverted V. So your sit bones are the top of the V, and your body and your legs are the arms of the V. Hips and heels lift. Look forward as you breathe out. Soften your knees. Walk your feet to the top. Halfway lift. Feet parallel. Fold forward, exhale. All the way up, breathe in. Bow down, breathe out. Half lift, inhale. High to low push up, exhale. Upward dog, breathe in, lift your chest. Downward facing dog, breathe out. So you'll notice me doing a little bit of modifications in there too. Just start to listen to your body. You know, some days I need to use my knees to the ground. Some days I just need a little extra support. Do that. Instead of pushing your body into positions that are uncomfortable, that's not what's happening when we're doing yoga. It's no longer yoga. Bring your feet to touch at the back of your mat and press down to the 5 fingers on both hands, and especially the finger knuckles. Float your right leg up, breathe in. Bring your knee to your nose, shoulders over wrists, breathe out. Take your leg up, breathe in. Right knee to nose, breathe out. Round your back. Right leg up, breathe in. Right knee to your nose, breathe out. This is firing up your core, yeah? Pull in your core. Right leg up, breathe in. Bend your knee, open your hip, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Now look at your right hand and pucker your right hand like this, like a little tent. So you're on your fingertips. And notice your bottom foot. Now drop your gaze back to the foot on the floor. Make sure that it hasn't turned. Keep your left foot pointing straight forward. Let your upper hip open. Breathe in. And then bring your foot back to the floor. Flatten your right palm. Breathe out. Take your left leg up. Inhale. Knee to nose. Exhale. Left leg up. Inhale. Left knee to nose. Exhale. Left leg up. Inhale. Left knee to nose. Exhale. Left leg up. Breathe in. Bend your knee, open up without your bottom foot turning. All that's happening there is that the hip's a little tight. So we'd rather create integrity in your bottom leg, pull up your right femur bone, and then not lift your left hip as high if that means your right foot turns. So keep your right foot pointing forward. Lift your left knee as best you can. Breathe in. Both feet to the floor. Breathe out. Lift your hips and heels. Bend your knees. Walk your feet to the top. Halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Chair pose. Breathe in. Bow down. Breathe out. Flat back. Breathe in. High to low push up. Breathe out. Upward dog. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Step your right foot forward to warrior one. Rise up. So warrior one, your hips are squaring-ish towards the front of your mat because they never really get there. The back hip is always slightly turned out. Arms are up high. I don't know if you can see them or not in the shot. Don't worry about that. But your arms are up high and wide, right? So your shoulders are not crunching up by your head. Let your shoulders drop down. Then pull in your front ribs, especially if you're really blowing them out. Pull in your front ribs. Pull in your core. Take your eyes up through your fingers. Breathe in. Breathe out. Through your nose, breathe in. Through your nose, breathe out. One more breath in. Bring your hands down either side of your right foot. Lift your back heel. Step back to plank pose. Lower down chaturanga. Bring your knees down. Upward dog or modified up dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Step your left foot forward to warrior one. Pivot and flatten out your back foot. Rise up, and you're thinking about squaring to the front of your mat. And remember, all of this is different in all of our bodies. So you're never forcing or trying to look like someone else or fit yourself into an image even in your head that you think you should be doing. Work with what's happening in your body right now. Pull in your core. Tuck your tail under. Take your eyes up. A big breath in. Hands to your mat. Step your left foot back as your back heel lifts. Low push up. Breathe out. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Right foot again, warrior one. Breathe in. This time, open up to warrior two. So this one is different. Instead of our hips squaring forward in warrior one, our hips are opening up to the side of the mat. And this is a big hip opening pose. Open up your hips. Open up your chest. Open up your wings. Turn your eyes and look over your front fingers. Take a deep breath in, lift up your chest. As you exhale, bend your front knee to a 90-degree angle. Thigh bone to shin bone. Flip your front palm, reverse and breathe in. Back to warrior two, breathe out. So nothing changes in your legs. Flip and reverse, breathe in. Back to warrior two, breathe out. One more time, flip, reverse. Extended side angle. Lower your right forearm on your thigh. Reach your left arm up to the sky. And I don't want to see you dumping down here, okay? Like making your right shoulder a shelf. Push away your right knee with your right forearm. Lift up out of your right shoulder. Turn your eyes up to your left thumb. Take a big breath in, open up to the ceiling. Hands to the floor. High to low push up. Breathe out. Upward dog, inhale. Downward facing dog. You're doing great. Exhale. Left foot forward. Warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Remember, this is the big hip opening pose. So your hips are open, chest open, arms open, eyes open, but gaze over your left fingers now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Flip your left palm, reverse, inhale. Back to warrior two, exhale. Flip and reverse, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. One more time, flip, reverse. Extended side angle. This is not a shelf for your head. Lift up, look up, and breathe. The magic of the practice is the linking your breath with your body movements. That's the stuff that calms the nervous system, that reduces all of the aggravation in our physical body and our mental body. Slow, deep breaths. You know, it's just common sense, calms us down, right? One more breath in. Open up, hands to the floor, high to low push up. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Come onto your knees, camel pose. You know, lift up onto your knees like this. Now, I have a thin mat that I'm on today, so I'm gonna create a little speed bump like that and put my knees on it. So I've just created extra foam under my knees. Knees are hip distance apart, hands on the low back. Breathe your chest up, so you elongate your side body up. Hug your arm bones back as you breathe out. Now lift your chest up to the ceiling, breathe in. Start to arch back, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you're pretty comfortable and you can start to arch back and reach for your heels, go for it. But what we don't want to see are the hips going back. Keep your hips over your knee line. Inhale, 3 more breaths. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. 1 more breath in. Come on up. Point your feet. Sit onto your pointed feet. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Close your eyes for a moment. All right, another camel. Make a little speed bump if you want to do that. Breathe in. If you're really comfortable in this pose, you work with pointed feet, okay? And press into your shin bones. So when you reach for your heels, you're going to use the leverage of your shin bones into the earth. So lift and open your chest. Some of us are going to stay right here, right? Hands on the low back, tucking the tail under, arm bones back. This is quite a vulnerable pose. You're, really opening up your heart center. It's a it's a vulnerable pose to take. So it's normal to feel a little, I don't know if I'm ready to feel that. So you soften out of the pose. Stay where you can breathe. And then ease yourself back into that pocket where there's a little bit of something there to look at. You can't rush the healing. Gentle with breath. 1 more. And then come on up. Good, hands to the floor. Take out the little speed bump if you had one. Downward facing dog. Bring your right knee to half pigeon towards your right wrist. Slide your left leg back. Breathe your chest up and forward fold. I'm going to make a tower of fists for my head to rest on. Just let your hips sink down. Gravity, you're going to feel this. Gravity is going to start to hug you down. Our work is to breathe. And with every exhale, surrender. Two more. One more. Slowly ease yourself back up. Back through downward facing dog. We'll take the left knee through to half pigeon. Slide the right leg back. And you want the left foot to come out towards the diagonal, right towards the right side of the mat. Breathe onto your fingertips, lift your chest, and then fold. If you don't need the tower of fists, you come right down onto the floor. Unclench your jaw. Relax your shoulders and neck. Two more breaths. One more breath. Slowly sit yourself back up. Sweep your back leg around. And we are ready to sit in meditation. Today I'm going to sit up on a block, get my bum a little bit higher up than my knees. I'm going to bring, instead of crossing my ankles, I'm just going to bring one ankle in front of the opposite ankle, and then pull the fleshy part of your bum cheeks back. You can sit however is comfortable. If sitting on the floor is uncomfortable, you can use a chair or you can lean against a wall, but you want to get as upright and relaxed as possible with the shoulders back. You don't want to over effort in your meditation, like holding yourself stiff and upright. You want to have your spine elongated so that the chakras are all stacked, but also not too stiff. So just use the right amount of effort so that you can relax into your meditative seat. Just let your hands rest on your thighs, let your eyes close. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and fill up your chest this time. Breathe out, soften your shoulders. One more intentional breath in and exhale it out. Okay, now let go of your controlled breathing. Just let your body naturally take in air and exhale air. And focus your eyes, they're closed, behind your closed eyelids. Focus your eyes to the back of your forehead. Bring the tip of your tongue up to the roof of your mouth, behind your teeth with your lips closed. The tip of the tongue up, and the back of your tongue, soften it down into your throat. Feel your jaw release. Keep your eyes focused to one spot, center of your forehead, as if you could see from the inside of your forehead. Just quieten down. See if you can linger in the gap between your thoughts. And when you catch yourself thinking, just let go of the thought and begin again. Focusing your eyes behind your closed eyelids, gazing at the back of your forehead from the inside. Soften your tongue. Let your breath flow in and out naturally. It doesn't take long to cultivate mindfulness. It just takes a moment in time to get present. So allow yourself to live in the gap of presence more often than in your thoughts. Gently bring your hands to your heart center. Namaste. Great work today. See you tomorrow.